3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
The World Wrestling Federation. For over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
Oh, it's live, pal.
Really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never, ever end. Everybody 3 count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Or maybe The Rock has got to beat Triple H himself, which means he's got to beat the game in the middle of the ring. And he has a $2 for a wife.
You're too damn selfish, and that's why you're sitting there with a bad leg, and that's why I kicked your leg out of your leg.
You guys talk about being students of the game. I am the game, JR.
3 ain't enough now. I need 5. Welcome in Jim, Ryan, Matt, Tim, and intern Mark.
Oh my goodness, what do we do? There's a 1. There's a 2. Oh!
Wow. Well, you can take that brass ring and shove it up your ass.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday. We are live here on our Facebook page. It is Thursday, November the 5th, 2020. We are still the podcast of the millennium. We have tons to talk about this week, including we counted our votes and AEW's pay-per-view weekend. But first, make sure you go to 3countthursday.com. There you can find all of our social media links and much, much more. You'll also find our merchandise over at whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver!
Thank you, Tim. You'll find our Patreon, patreon.com/3CountThursday. Our home network, of course, is NGSC Sports at ngscsports.com. And we stream daily at leapsports.com. Ryan, that would be?
LEEIDsports.com.
That would be the one. Thank you. And yeah, we are back. We have our 6th member with us. Brittany is here, so we will start with her. Brittany,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. As good as you can be. I am getting ready. I'm packing. I'm having a cocktail and I'm packing for this weekend. I'm going to be in Texas this weekend doing 2 shows. And that's what I'm focused on right now. So that's where it's going. Just one day at a time.
Super exciting. Let's go to intern Mark. Intern Mark,
How you doing?
I'll tell you what, I'm doing better than I should be. It's great to be back right here at 3 Count Thursday. And I got a couple things, folks. We made it through the elections almost. We made it through Halloween. We made it through the Day of the Dead. Here we are. It's exciting.
We're on the.
If I may make a suggestion.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jim. Oh, I was going to say, I think maybe down the road, can we get like an alternate opening for when Brittany's here with us instead of having 5 at 6?
I can work on that. Let me make a note.
I know a guy. I know a guy.
Do you?
I got a jingle meister I could hit up for some stuff if need be.
Yeah, I think we can certainly I think make that happen. I think that's a great.
I feel like you just need me saying 6 and Brittany really quick at the end and we'll be fine.
Yes. No, that's actually perfect.
Just cut out the 5.
We don't need 3, we need 6.
6.
No, that's actually we have it right here. You just edit it up and ship it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's perfect. I think we're already on our way. Matt,
How you doing?
Doing well. Got my emotional support burrito beer in hand, and feeling good.
Awesome. Ryan,
How you doing?
I have I'm exhausted. I had a hell of a week. Lot of stuff going on. I have my emotional support
bottle caps with me tonight to chomp on to it. So roll your fucking eyes at me, Matt, you son of a bitch.
That pisses me right off.
You guys are unreal.
And finally, Tim.
How you doing?
Two things to start with. First of all, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Everyone must agree that Snuffleupagus is the greatest Sesame Street character of all Sesame Street characters. But two is I am here with the best 1-2 combo in the history of draft picks, Reese Cups and Tootsie Rolls. Bing bang. I made some bad decisions after Halloween. We bought like $80 worth of Halloween candy. Get at me.
Sounds like a good decision to me.
Yeah.
We're all going to die.
I still have no candy in my house.
Go get it. Whoa, my Pokeball fell.
Jim, you've upset Tim.
I was gonna,
He's
and
not
then
even
I
so-
forgot.
Now another one.
But I think I have to run out to a store tomorrow, so there's a pretty good chance that I'm gonna have some sort of candy in the house come tomorrow. So, and since everybody kind of was very judgy with my Mr. Good Bars, I should assume that there's still Mr. Good Bars in the store.
They're next to all the bottle caps.
They can't give those bottle caps away.
You know what? I'll pick up
in
the bottle
between
cap.
those and the good and plenty. So you just
Ooh, the good and plenties will stay there collecting dust till next year, as they always
just
do.
all in the shitty bottom
Easy,
aisle of the
easy
candy aisle that no one wants to bend down and reach to.
They're
You're
like
following
the
along.
Dollar Tree candy.
Yeah, we already said good and plenties. Devin, Scotty, John, all with us. If you're following along, give it a like, give it a share. We'd appreciate that. Scotty says he's having an everlasting gobstopper. Don't bite on that thing. You'll end up at the dentist. And he told us to put up our Christmas tree. The Christmas tree will be coming soon. Unfortunately, I'll be the only one being able to enjoy it in studio this year. But it is what it is, and we're still dealing with that, of course. So let's jump in here to our weekly segment. Looking at November the 5th, there's two birthdays today. Alexander Wolf was born in 1986, and Allison Kay was born in 1987. Then we go to 1994. ECW held their second annual November to Remember event at the ECW Arena in Philadelphia, PA, in front of 1,000 fans. Show had 9 matches featuring Shane Douglas defending the ECW World Championship against Ron Simmons. And the main event was Chris Benoit with Public Enemy and Too Cold Scorpio going to a double countout. In 2000, ECW held their 8th and final November to Remember pay-per-view at the Odeum Expo Center in Villa Park, Illinois, in front of 4,600 fans. The show featured 8 matches and was main evented by Steve Corino with Jack Victory and Dawn Marie, defeating Just Incredible with Francine, the Sandman, and Jerry Lynn in a double Jeopardy match to become the ECW World Heavyweight Champion. In 2009, during a WWE investor conference call, Vince McMahon discussed how Linda McMahon was no longer chief executive officer of WWE, but was still on board with the company due to her plans to run for Senate. He also addressed Shane McMahon leaving the company. And then finally, in 2013, TNA talents that were stationed in Louisville, Kentucky for OVW were instructed to move to Orlando as TNA's relationship with OVW started to end. And those are the events that happened November the 5th in pro wrestling history. Cousin Brian says bottle caps are broke ass sweet tarts. And Scotty misses the ECW one night stand crowds. I miss those. I miss any crowds pretty much at this point. There's a really cool video on the NXT Twitter and Facebook pages of Tommaso Ciampa addressing the small crowd at the Capitol Wrestling Center last night, and it was pretty cool. So I know I shared it to Twitter. I think I might have forgotten to share it to the Facebook page, but check that out if you can. It was pretty darn cool. So obviously, last week we had our Halloween candy draft, and we would go to the results, but quite frankly, I'm just going to claim victory over the draft. That seems to we can do that, right?
Nope.
Wait,
We
that's
were
not
halfway
counting the
through.
votes.
We were halfway through, and I was on top, and I told everybody to stop counting.
Wait, you're meaning to tell me that you can't just declare yourself winner of a thing that requires votes?
For
That's
electoral
right.
purposes, I got the first vote, thereby meaning I won.
Well,
That's how it works.
according to the news media, aka the 3 Count Thursday live stream, it appears that the winner of the Halloween candy draft is me because
Fake news,
it's on the
fake news.
ticker. It's actually on the ticker that I
news.
won.
Rude.
Yep, big news.
I mean,
Did you count the mail-in ballots yet, or are they still pending?
those
Stop counting.
those
Stop
are
counting.
Stop counting those.
I'm counting those right now, actually,
They're
and
illegal
I'm
votes.
just taking my time.
They're fake votes. I'm already filing suit against those votes.
Where's Rudy? Where's Rudy?
They-
He looks like a fucking turtle. Where's Rudy Giuliani?
But
He's
let's
busy
let's-
hanging out with that 13-year-old on Borat set.
He looks like a goddamn turtle that fell out of his shell like 5 years ago.
I think we should stop disrespecting turtles like this. I mean, not that I
Mitch McConnell,
not
Rudy
that I
Giuliani.
totally disagree with
Rudy's face just looks like he's constantly eating root beer bottle caps.
Come on.
Oh, come on, man. That's a little low.
If the shoe
A
fits.
delicious candy.
But let's go to the actual results, and I will work from bottom to top here. With in fifth place, Body by Steak. Tim, you unfortunately came in last in this poll, in this voting. Ryan, you came in fourth place. You and your bottle caps came in fourth place. Much to my
That's the wrong box. That's a spree box. Son of a bitch.
Are them chewy
I like
spree?
sprees too.
I love sprees.
Sprees are
I brought them all up. I'll live and die by the bottle cap.
There you go. Hey, look, man, I like bottle caps. They just would never make my top 5 of Halloween candy.
Not even that. They were your third pick. This is your top 3. That's where you lost the draft.
That's bullshit. I don't believe you.
Unfortunately,
beat
I
Tim.
came in third place. I was really scared for a while because some of the exit polling numbers that I got was showing me in last place, and I thought, is this just going to be the gimmick that regardless of what type of draft I put together, I'm just going to end up in last place? But that did not happen. But coming in first place, intern Mark.
I did it.
You
I
did
did
it. You did it.
Thank you, everyone who voted for me. I won't let you down. I sure do appreciate it. It had to be the golden ticket. It had to be. That Wonka bar was. I had that up my sleeve the whole time.
So
It's ours, Charlie.
I still don't get it. I really don't.
Nope, not a goddamn clue.
Like
He
if I
took whatchamacallit's first overall.
completely first,
Mark, you spent
completely first.
362 days out of the year at Hershey, and you took the whatchamacallit first.
And then he took the candy bar that literally no one in the world has eaten, the Wonka bar. A fictional candy bar.
Wait a
5
minute.
of them were eaten ever in the history of time, and that was for the golden tickets. That was it.
Now I can accept the fact that I'm last because my Halloween candy draft was miniature centered. It was not many candy bars.
Mhm.
But y'all all suck. Anyone who didn't vote for me is a trash person. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy all of the delicious candies, and you guys get stuck eating Mr. Good bars and whatchamacallits and bottle caps.
You can literally send every Mr. Good bar that anybody doesn't ever want. You can send them to my house. I will eat them forever.
They're not a bad bar, Jim.
It's just
They're not a first round bar.
It's not a first round pick.
Right.
I didn't go out and pick bottle caps round 1.
Exactly.
I'm not crazy.
I mean,
He
you did
reached
pick
in
it-
the fourth.
You did pick it fourth. Yeah, just to remind everybody, intern Mark had whatchamacallit, Reese's Pieces, Payday, Twizzlers, and the Wonka bar.
Like, what kind of
how the
assortment
fuck?
of candy
How
is
does that win?
Yeah,
What kind
Mark.
of a payday
Yeah, Mark
I would
gave a
take the
lot of
bottle
people a
caps
payday to vote
over
for
a
it.
payday?
There you go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Then we had Tim
Whoa.
had the Reese's Cups, Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Pops, Three Musketeers, and Sugar Babies. Matt,
Oh, sugar babies.
yeah, that is a long forgotten candy. I feel like
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
sugar
they're tasty.
daddy.
Matt
Do we
had.
do we think Tim's downfall was too much Tootsie?
Let's say that having that back to back, I
Is there
understood
such
the
a thing?
logic behind it, but
Like
doing
it's
it
just
back,
one's just Tootsie wrapped in hard candy.
I feel like Tim may have lost the people when he declared chocolate Tootsie Pops as the greatest.
that's
Oh.
probably
But I
where it
took
was.
all Tootsie Pops. Like that's the thing. Is even though
All flavors.
Scotty's mad
personally
you didn't win, Tim. Scotty's mad you didn't win.
thank you. And I
Okay,
didn't
that's
necessarily
Scotty.
take.
Come on.
I didn't take Tootsie Pops back to back. I did have. There were 2 picks in between. I had Mark to worry about, and they fit different needs. The
Yep.
Tootsie Roll is a bite-sized miniature, and the Tootsie Pop fills the lollipop quotient.
For
Of
oral
the
fixation.
Yes, like
fair.
that's where that is.
Oh my.
Right?
I had
$5,
The best
by the way.
flavor.
$5.
that is a
We're
lie.
gonna go into a bidding war for our empty cans.
Hold
now.
on, I gotta put in a request to Arnold. Hold on.
Then we had Matt. He took M&M's, Kit Kat, Butterfinger, Skittles, and the Crunch Bar. Ryan had Snickers, Milky Way, Sour Patch Kids, bottle caps, and Airheads. And then I had Mr. Goodbar, Twix, Hershey Bar, Starburst, and Nerds. Now,
That's a
totally
plain
objectively,
ass candy dish. Like that's the most basic 5 candy
they're all
items you can
great
get.
in and of
They're-
themselves, though.
They're all just so plain, though. There's no variety to that at all. It's all just boring, like dud.
What are you talking
Oh.
about? So I have 3 chocolate bars, only one of which totally plain.
So
And
okay,
then
so
I have
that's the thing. You already took the
a-
Hershey
a-
bar,
a-
and then you just added peanuts. Like, why didn't you just say I'm taking the Hershey bar round 1, and then the next round you could say I'm taking the bags of peanuts because it's the same fucking thing.
Who gives out bags of peanuts for trick or treat?
Who gives out Mr. Good bars?
They come in
gives
the
out bottle
variety
caps?
pack.
I think
Don't
I got
act
a
like
bag of
people are going out
peanuts
to
one
buy
year.
them back because I have looked for just bags of those little Mr. Good bars and they do not exist.
Thank
So
God.
nobody's
Yeah.
doing
Now,
just
are you
that.
talking? You're not talking the nuggets, right? I don't think they make Mr. Goodbar nuggets.
No,
I
the
don't think they
little.
make
You're talking the little bars.
Hershey
Okay.
miniatures. It comes in with the
You get them
dark-
with crackle.
the milk, the crackle, and the Mr. Good bar.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Devin was on Team Ryan.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Ryan
You know.
says Mr. Good
He
bar.
would be. He would be.
I will admit my downfall is I strayed away from chocolate too soon. I only had 2 chocolate selections, and I have never been a big chocolate fan. I would much rather like a hard tart or a candy. So I fit what my personal beliefs were, and that was my downfall, and I'll admit that.
Yeah, and if I were catering to the draft audience, I would have taken more candy bars instead of picking my
I can't
true
believe the
5.
Reese's Cup guy came in dead last.
Correct.
That is a
Yeah.
little surprising. 'Cause
surprising.
That's about your strongest candidate.
I think
Like-
though, if you had like
It was rigged.
if you had said Reese's Cups, including the Reese's Pumpkins, just to give people that all-encompassing, like Tim has
But
these
that's
Reese's.
but that's
online.
implied.
Right, but not everyone knows that.
What about the Reese's?
I feel like
Cream?
everyone but you know that.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
anyone but the person who's like, now wait a minute, what about those pumpkins? Like, yeah, they're
Here I was
included.
trying to justify Tim coming in dead last. You know what? You deserved it. Fuck you, Tim.
Well, I
take it
was
all.
gonna say that I was gonna say if any of us deserved to win it, it would have been you. I think you. I honestly think that you, Matt, had the best well-rounded draft out of all of us.
I
Right,
appreciate that. But I had
With-
to throw
with-
a pick
with
at the end.
Skittles?
The Crunch Bar.
Yeah, if we're
With
talking
Skittles
if we're-
4th round, that was like a big deep pull.
objectively speaking, if you showed me these 5 lists and my name's not attached to the first one, I would probably agree, Matt, that you had the strongest of the 5. I will agree with that.
Well, I'll accept the popular vote, but Mark still won the Electoral College.
He did.
So
He did.
It is what it is.
Jim, do you have the official numbers of how many votes?
Nope, they all got burned in a great fire. They're
already dead and
Well,
gone.
I can tell you the votes. It was cousin Matt. It was cousin Brian. It was OG. It was Alex.
Say.
It was his
Mark
daughter.
Stuffed the ballot box. I actually wonder if Mark was
Bowser from Sha-Na-Na, whatever. Like
after the
they're all there
after the noon cutoff time.
It was Miriam, the crazy fudge lady.
He was sitting outside of the Chick-fil-A at Hershey Park, just saying, "Here, tap my name."
Yeah, here, click
You
right
guys
here.
got me
Click right
figured
here.
out. I'll tell you what.
Just sitting there with a
I have
QR
the
code
Amish
to
vote for
scan.
sure.
Vote for me in the poll.
Mark's airdropping the link to people at Hershey Park.
Like, what is this spam? I know Mark. He owns the place.
Mark went to Roots with his bag of 50-cent pieces and was just like,
"How many of these for your vote?"
I was buying votes.
Yeah, you
I'll tell you
were.
Well,
what.
it paid off. It paid off.
Daddy
I called off work
Warbucks over
Tuesday and
there.
sat at Roots.
This
I
guy's
sat
over
at
here.
Roots and-
He's clearing his cookies and cash and voting every 15 minutes.
making it rain
This.
dollars at Roots.
I campaigned hard to get people to vote for me. I'll be honest with you. I
In
really did. It was
hindsight,
great.
I probably should have taken Skittles instead of Starburst in the fourth.
And if I knew I was going to come dead last, I'd have put candy corn on my list because candy corn belongs on the list anyways.
I'm gonna mute.
Amen. Amen
Yeah.
again.
No, not
kick
you.
me out of here. The whole site goes down.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't, Tim, because you had a very niche market with all of your draft picks. Like
But
you were.
how can you be niche with like Tootsie Rolls and Reese Cups?
And
Yeah, that's like
Sugar
corporate
Baby?
America.
Sugar Baby's 5th.
Right, that
Fifth
should have been
round.
your candy corn pick.
yeah,
No.
but Tim,
I
the
feel
Wonka
like you
bar
can
was
get
right
more
there for the taking, and you took
That's true.
You
How
let slip
many-
right through your fingers.
How many old people do you think listen to this fucking show that you think you could get the Sugar Baby vote?
I was hoping I was getting the fat person vote because it's a
I
wrestling
didn't even
podcast.
know they still made Sugar Babies, for Christ's sake.
I mean,
I
you
do.
should have. You
Much
could have
like-
at least said like Canada mints or
Mu-
something.
much like candy corn. All the Sugar Babies that were made were also made in 1947. They just get
Right.
recycled and washed every year.
Yeah.
Gross.
There's
I'll take sap candies. I don't know. Like
Maple-
What's going on, Lou? Scotty says candy corn and Peeps are the worst candies ever.
you
I like Peeps too.
he's
Peeps
double
are
wrong.
Gross. Peeps are
yes, he's
original
double wrong.
Peeps.
Scotty had my vote, and if that is the stance you take, I immediately give you your vote back. Please take your
Hold on.
vote somewhere else.
I was
It's
gonna-
not
I was
it's
gonna-
not wanted here. This is there is no toleration for hateration and holleration in this dancery. You need to take that vote and you need to take it to somewhere else, like the delegate with the bottle caps. How about you go over there and you give that swing
I'll
vote?
take all of your
to
votes.
him.
I want the votes.
I was gonna bring up a point because I do. If I'm using the Peeps at all, it's to make a s'more. But then that reminded me of Tim's plain s'more.
Yes, plain
chocolate
s'mores.
s'more.
You mean his graham cracker sandwich that he makes?
Plain s'mores.
Effing G.
A plain
Come on.
some more.
Wait,
Okay,
what is the plain
everybody.
I
that's in
don't
the-
use Hershey
Hold on.
chocolate in a
What
s'more.
do you think would be a plain some more, Brittany?
I mean, a s'more is a s'more. If you're using a plain s'more, what are you? A plain s'more? It sounds just like a s'more. If you're gonna add something to it, it'd be something other than the marshmallow and the chocolate. But if you're calling it a plain s'more, like that's just a fucking s'more.
No,
If I heard-
apparently has no chocolate.
I
in it.
take the chocolate off. I just
It's not
melt.
a s'more.
I melt the mallow and then I use the bread.
If I
use-
heard plain some more, I would assume it's chocolate
Yep.
and marshmallow and saltine crackers. A plain some more. That's what I would think.
All right, so everybody that's in the live video right now, what like is a s'more that's just the cracker
okay,
and the marshmallow, no chocolate.
I
Is that
feel-
do you still consider that a s'more?
I feel as though I need to give the definition that I provided last week for those that weren't here.
Okay, yes, please.
So if a s'more is all three pieces, okay? A cheeseburger is bread, cheese, and burger. If you take the cheese off of a burger, it's a plain burger. But there's not a word for s'more without chocolate. So by calling it a plain
s'more without chocolate.
So I geniused the name plain s'more because in the logic of a s'more being built like a burger, the Hershey chocolate is the cheese of a cheeseburger because the marshmallow is the burger and the graham crackers are the buns.
You're plain wrong.
I'm gonna need another drink to think.
I'm sorry, I'm a wordsmith.
Tim, you're
who
onto
was?
something. You're onto something.
Plain
Get
s'more.
the fuck out
But
of here.
I think I need to drink some more for me to figure it out.
That's fine. Keep going.
Now,
You have some travel to do. It'll
Are we
help.
totally set that the chocolate is the cheese though?
No, I'm not.
I would say that the marshmallow is the cheese because that's the part that has to be melted.
No.
But you
Yeah,
don't
both
cook
of
the
them.
chocolate.
Technically.
Yeah,
Brittany
the
seriously
chocolate
taking-
gets melted. You cook the mallow over the fire. You don't cook
Okay,
the
you lost me
cheese
again,
over the
Tim.
fire.
Sorry. I'm now with Ryan again. I'm sorry,
Luce's
Tim.
chocolate is more dense than a marshmallow, so isn't the marshmallow the cheese?
No.
I would think so. Yeah.
No.
I would think marshmallow is the cheese. To me,
Wait,
I
what is
think
marshmallow made out of?
overcomplicating
Is it
the
dairy?
s'more.
is it
Sugar.
sugar? And,
Yeah, I think so.
is there any dairy in it?
I don't think so.
I think
What
they use like
is
gelatin in
in
it, right?
a marshmallow?
So gelatin would be
It's
animal.
gluten-free.
Marshmallow
Yeah.
consists of 4 ingredients: sugar, water, air, and a whipping agent, usually a protein.
Diabetes.
Like gelatin.
Right, gelatin. Yeah, so it would be animal. So technically, the marshmallow would be the beef of the burger.
Not
Because it would
necessarily.
be-
I mean, there's still.
But I've never
animal
ordered a
protein.
hamburger and called it, "Can I have a plain cheeseburger?" and expected no cheese on that hamburger.
That is
You're
true.
right, Ryan.
That is.
But that's
She's right.
because there exists in this world something called a hamburger.
Because it needs to exist. A plain s'more doesn't. You know who would know this? You know who would know this answer? Shane McMahon.
I
Who?
do not.
Why?
Please,
Hold on, let me call him. Hold up.
please, for
I think he's on his way.
for
I
Nevada.
think Greg Hamilton could call
If
him.
you hit this button, Trump wins.
Do it.
Trump
Do it
wins.
Now
I can't risk
You
it.
know you're
Can't
The
risk
saying-
it. I
McMahon
can't risk it.
family is a part of the Trump administration.
he's right.
You effing did it.
No,
swear to
I didn't
God.
hit that one. I didn't hit that one.
I am so disappointed in you, Jim.
I've already
Ryan,
lost
I
the
can't-
draft, and now you
Ryan,
want to
I
do this.
can't test fate at this point,
Unbelievable.
Ryan. We're only at 253. I can't test fate.
You're unbelievable.
Tim put that out in the universe.
Yep.
I can't test fate.
Yep, don't do it.
Tim already put it in the universe.
Right. So
Just
that's why I
by
didn't hit the
saying
button.
it.
That's why I didn't hit the button.
Yep.
I wanted
Doesn't matter.
to.
Yep.
You
I
break my
wanted
heart.
to.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Good.
I didn't mean to hurt you, but I
Well,
can't.
Well, I'm
so
already
confused.
hurt. I'm hurt by the
Ryan's
listeners of
upset.
3 Count Thursday. I'm hurt by my colleagues, except for Brittany, because she has my back with both candy corn and my draft picks.
I still just I
I
can't
put it in
believe
my
Mark
pocket
won.
for later.
I'm it's like
Shocking.
Makes no
I'm
sense.
baffled. It's the second most stunning thing that's happened this week. But congratulations, Mark.
Yeah,
you did it. You
whatever.
won yourself a draft.
Yada yada yada.
But we will press on. We had a question of the week this week. And I don't even remember. I have no idea what brought this into my frame of mind or what made this made me think of this. Maybe I was just watching old. You're goddamn right. I'm a chicken, Devin. I want things in the world to start correcting themselves, and I'm letting it happen. I'm not testing
Yep.
fate.
You
That's
said
a pussy move, Jim.
you said we had what, Jim?
Oh, I'm sorry. We had the 3 count question of the week.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's been a week. I think maybe I was watching old pay-per-views this week while I was doing 3 count stuff and huddle up stuff. So obviously we've seen NXT revive in your house this year. Last week we saw them revive Halloween Havoc. So I thought, what is a defunct WWE or WCW or ECW pay-per-view that we would like to see them revive next?
Great Balls of Fire.
What's that? Did you say Great Balls of Fire?
I said Great Balls of Fire.
God damn it, you took mine.
Great Balls of Fire was actually a really good pay-per-view.
I was gonna say
Fastlane. Stupid name.
But it's still a pay-per-view. So
no, Fastlane
Is it? It's still a pay-per-view?
No.
Yeah, it's not defunct. I don't believe.
Great Balls of Fire or Fastlane?
Well, thank you.
Sorry, I'm sitting here and I'm like, why am I at NASCAR? I'm seeing this car.
I mean, the meep has to come every time.
Meep. Sorry, I feel like I have to hit it.
It's been a while.
Meep.
For Tim's sake, I have to isolate that because otherwise I'll wear his vocal cords out.
Nah, man, I ain't never lost my voice. Ain't planning on it doing meeps. Jesus.
He went through like a 40-minute Booker T segment once. He's fine.
He had a full 15-minute Leo Rush to end the show the other week.
I sure did. I had a great little rush. It's so good. My name, Bobby Lashley. It's so great.
There it is. It's proof that I've
I
done
was
a
the hurt
Bobby Lashley
business.
shirt
Yeah, no.
in the year
I heard my
2020.
music. It's so good.
My wife hates this shirt. She hates gold, and I opened this shirt and I showed it to her, and she just goes, "Ew."
You know I'm a 24-year-old piece of gold, baby.
So let's.
I'm not mid-wide. I'm a real boy, Leo Rush, baby.
Let's work around the room.
That's right. Mom, go ahead.
Leo, do we want to start with you?
Sure, baby.
What's one that you want to revive?
I'm mad Devin just took it. But it's that gimmick, but that was never actually an event. But I'm gonna go with World War III.
Nice.
We have so many wrestlers in the WWE. Every 4 years at the Royal Rumble, 2 more rings, double the people, giant battle royal.
Now, was that the one? No, was that the one where they had the trap door when Bulldog broke his back? Was that World War III or was that War Games?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that was World War III.
Because they would have used one of the other 2 rings, I would assume.
Yeah,
they wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah, but World War III because WWE's already taken.
I broke my back.
They've taken other things.
I clicked that 15 seconds ago, by the way.
I broke my back.
But yes,
Ryan.
Spinal.
If I would want to see, and I don't want to see it in the WWE ring. I want to see this in an AEW ring. If Chris Jericho is going to be playing at Sturgis and hosting super spreader events, then AEW should just have Hog Wild.
Yes.
Oh crap! What the hell did I do?
I'll forget bottle caps ever existed. That's solid right there.
There you go. I like that one, Ryan. Intern Mark, which one would you revive?
I'll tell you what, it only happened once, and that was this Tuesday in Texas. That was a classic. Do you remember that one after the Survivor Series in 1990, I think it was?
91.
I think I just
91.
I think I actually just watched that recently because Tim, were you guys talking about somebody? One of the podcasts I listened to was talking about this Tuesday in Texas. Maybe it was.
I don't think it was us, but this
December
Tuesday in
3rd,
Texas.
91.
This Tuesday in Texas was definitely pivotal. I mean, if it wasn't for this Tuesday in Texas, we would have never had, with a tear in my eye, Ric Flair winning the WWF Championship at the Royal Rumble. So,
very
That's
true.
Right, it led up to it.
Yep.
Brittany, how about you? Which pay-per-view would you revive?
I mean, fucking Matt just blurting it out instantly. I would have to say.
What did I say?
Great Balls of Fire. Duh.
Oh yeah, obviously yeah. It was like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it was, but now it's my turn, and you've already screwed it up. I would have to go with like ECW, just because I think NXT could probably, NXT would definitely do it better, but Living Dangerously. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I remember the name. I've never watched much ECW. So
I just think they did. I really liked what they did. I mean, people loved it and hated it, whatever. But I really liked how they did Halloween Havoc. You know, like I love Shotzi anyways. Like she's my girl, and it's one of those things of I think that they're a bit more theater-esque in NXT to be able to do something a bit more over the top for Living Dangerously.
Matt, how about you?
I mean, they have brought it back recently enough, I guess, but I would love to see King of the Ring become like a regular staple again.
Yes.
Just because I always enjoyed that tournament, just because it gives the rising stars, yes, I'll include Baron Corbin in that, a solid push that some of them sometimes need, because the King Corbin thing was a ton of fun. Just like the King Barrett thing was a ton of fun. The King Booker thing was a ton of fun. So I would like to see them just bring that back full time.
And we don't even talk about King Sheamus.
Some bad news.
Right.
We don't even talk about King Sheamus.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was the King of the Ring.
He had his own crown and everything. It was like antlers.
It was like antlers.
Yeah, and I mean, if they're gonna do it, though, I want them to do, you know, have the qualifiers, but then do the 3 rounds in one night like they used to. So you have the first round, then a match, do the semifinals, then a match, and then close with the finals. Like that was another part that made the King of the Ring, you know, even better, because you went through that grueling one night, 3 matches in a night thing. So I would like to see that part of it brought back if they do it.
Especially
one that I
with
think
the network, like with the network, it's a network special. Like,
right,
do it over Christmas break or do it over like New Year's, and like time the King of the Ring around midnight when the ball drops, and like
there you go.
Wrestling fans don't have something that rings in the new year.
No,
we don't. We have to watch Ryan Seacrest do whatever he does, or watch what's his face? Really good
Steve Harvey.
Nope, not Steve Harvey. White Steve Harvey.
Louis Anderson.
Nope. Anderson Cooper. We have to watch Anderson Cooper get classy drunk.
Yep.
Yes.
But other than that, like,
which I'm surprised he hasn't done that live on CNN the past couple of nights already.
He is. You just don't know it. He's not good at it.
He's just not doing it on
Like
air.
a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah, he starts the show with the bottle underneath the table, and he goes, "Good evening, America. Let's talk." And he just sets it down, and then.
I mean, his mother was Gloria Vanderbilt, so like he knows how to drink. It's fine.
Yeah, 100%. For me, and this is more if we're sitting here right now, and obviously we have, you know, with the Thunderdome, and you're already catering to an interactive fan base as it is. So like right now, bringing back like a Cyber Sunday or a Taboo Tuesday, I think would be a lot of fun. I think it would be engaging, you know, for your audience, and whether they bring it back as a pay-per-view, or everybody wants to talk about those numbers that come out the day after Raw or the Monday after SmackDown. Do this on a Monday Night Raw and get people to like tune in and interact and things like that. You know, I think it's gonna be a 1 week, you know, super boost, but why the hell not? Like I think that could be a fun thing, you know, to play along with on a Monday Night Raw.
Also, make Evolution a regular thing too, please.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm with you on that. I just don't want to call it Evolution.
No, yeah, and that's
to me, Evolution is a one-time thing.
Yes.
But if we do a regular women's event, I'm cool with that. I just,
for the love of God, just don't call it like Ladies' Night or something like that.
Isn't that what TNA called theirs or something?
Probably. That feels TNA-ish.
I feel like there's a ton of like indie shows.
It was one night only.
Ladies' Night as well.
Oh yeah, I've commentated on one of them.
Didn't LCW had one of those?
They sure did.
Or was it KPW? It was one of them, but it was still good.
One of those two.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the company formerly in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
If I had an honorable mention,
Sure.
I think that Slamboree would be really cool. Just if you go back to the old origins of Slamboree, where it was the Legends reunion, and make that pay-per-view the one night where all of your legends come back. Maybe like around like, the dead period of wrestling is like between SummerSlam and the Royal Rumble. If you put it in like September, you call it Slamboree Homecoming, and you bring out all of the Hall of Famers. That's like your Hall of Fame trot out. You can announce the first Hall of Famer for the new class then, instead of waiting, so on and so forth. Like, and it gives the opportunity to have like one of the younger Hall of Fame guys participate in a match that isn't high profile like WrestleMania, but you still get that boost of having that name recognition.
Sure. Just looking at some of the responses from social media. Ryan, not our Ryan, another Ryan, had King of the Ring, so he was with you, Matt. Nick said anything ECW themed he would like. Charlie had Bash at the Beach or Beach Brawl, uncensored, or Saturday night's main event. We had another one for King of the Ring. One of my like honorable mentions, so to speak, would have been Bash at the Beach. I always liked the setup. So do it from the beach. You're basically based out of Orlando at this point anyway. So why not do something beach themed? Scotty here in the live video said Great Balls of Fire was his favorite pay-per-view of all time, should be revived.
Can we kick him off?
Please, for the love of God.
Devin says Lethal Lottery. Scotty also had Taboo Tuesday, and Judgment Day would be good as well.
God, Lethal Lottery is so good. Like, bring that back.
Yeah, I feel like for
was
me,
was that similar to Feast or Fired? What TNA was running?
No, because Feast or Fired. Feast or Fired was like the contracts on a pole.
Okay.
Where there was like four
That's
boxes.
Right. Yeah.
And like world
Different
title,
championships,
X Division
and one was
tag
fired.
titles, and one was fired. But
Right.
Battle Bowl, the Lethal Lottery, you won like a ring, like a championship ring. Or sometimes like Sting won it and was crowned the King of Cable in like 91.
Big title.
Yeah. So all of cable television, it was the Stinger.
I'm honestly shocked here that Big Jim didn't say AEW and have them do like Greed.
Who? It's funny. Like I pulled a list of like all the WWE events and WCW, and like they didn't, like the site I pulled it from didn't even have Greed on the list. Like nobody wants to even remember that was an event.
It would also be cool.
Took place in Jacksonville too. So
yeah,
sounds about right.
It would also be cool if they once the fog of whatever we're in goes away, if they went back and did the international pay-per-views like Insurrection or Capital Carnage or what was the other one that they did?
Rebellion.
If they brought Rebellion back, that would be pretty.
Don't they do that with the Saudi shows, just a different location?
Yeah, but there was something special about the UK pay-per-view specifically.
They don't kill reporters there, probably?
I mean...
I was waiting for it. I was just waiting for it.
I mean...
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
I mean, we still owe them a lot of tea.
Sure.
But, I mean, they still accept us.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice to our face.
They're nice to our face.
It's like, oh, you're great. You're great. Thanks. Fish and chips and everything else.
But yeah, I know wrestling fans in the UK and whatnot have been saying that they think and want a WrestleMania. I don't think you're ever gonna get that though.
WrestlePalooza.
An ECW pay-per-view.
I could definitely see a paper, like an off month pay-per-view, or even maybe even a SummerSlam again.
I was gonna say I could see them getting a big four, like a Rumble, SummerSlam type, but I don't see them getting a Mania.
Here's what we should do. I've pitched this before.
Okay.
People complain all the time about WrestleMania being too long.
I see where you're going.
You give them what they want. You give them an entire day of WrestleMania. And you do WrestleMania in the UK, which is 5 hours ahead of the United States. So you watch WrestleMania in the UK from 2 to 7 Eastern, which is 7 to midnight UK time. And then you switch and you immediately go to the US WrestleMania, which goes from 7 to midnight Eastern. So it's 10 plus hours of WrestleMania in 2 different venues. You double the gates, you double the importance. Amazing, outstanding.
You double the amount of complaints from the "it's too long" crowd.
Who still watch it?
Wrestling fans are the most have your cake and eat it too people. You love wrestling, so why do you complain when you get more wrestling? Stop it.
I mean, obviously, I would take that. I mean, you're getting me all excited over here talking about
I would
10
love
hours
it.
of WWE, Tim.
Is there such thing as too much pizza? No.
No.
No, because you can always puke and rally.
Or you can wait and you eat it like you got to pace yourself. I could eat pizza for 10 hours straight.
Here's what you do to shut up the UK. You bring back the god awful fatal 4-way pay-per-view and just overbook the show to everybody. They get to see everybody over there once in an off month like July.
No, are we talking about AEW again? Or are we still talking?
No, we're still back with the WWE.
Blood and guts, Jim. Why didn't you pick blood and guts? It's your favorite shirt.
Barn burner.
Can you call for something that never actually happened?
I mean,
can you revive something that COVID killed? I don't know.
Yes, you can.
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
It's
then
called
then
necromancy.
absolutely, blood and guts. I want to get to wear my shirt. God damn it! I paid very little money for that.
I didn't even choose it. It was just given to me. It was assigned to me. They put the sorting hat on me and they gave me Gryffindor. I didn't want Gryffindor.
I'm like on a secret list at Pro Wrestling Tees. Like if I get like a random one, they're like, "Oh, this is that WWE mark." Hey, send him that blood shirt.
What was that god awful WWE ECW pay-per-view that went like an hour and a half?
That is December to Dismember.
Yeah, that one. Oh,
yeah. Let's bring that one.
That was a Bob Lashley pay-per-view, wasn't it? He main evented that.
Can you name the other 5 people that were in the Extreme Elimination Chamber?
Oh God, was
Mr. Kennedy?
No, CM Punk. So we have Bob Lashley and CM Punk. Name the other 4. One's dead.
There was Bob Holly was in there too.
Bob Core Holly.
Bob.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Nope, wrong button.
Don't look it up.
Big Show.
Big Show. Yep, he was the ECW champion.
I'm just letting Mark roll with it.
Good Lord, look at him.
CM Punk.
Yep.
Bob Holly.
Yep. Bob Lashley.
Hardcore Bob Holly Lashley. Who was the other person?
There's 2
the
more.
ECW zombie.
No, not the zombie.
Let's see.
One is a former ECW champion and one is dead.
Oh, I think was Sabu was in there, wasn't he?
Sabu was not.
He's also not dead yet.
He's also not dead
yet.
Yeah, that's right. Somehow he's still kicking.
So the other 2 is Rob Van Dam.
RVD and the deceased person.
Test.
I knew Test.
Actually
I knew
dead
Test. was the dead one.
Gone too soon. Test. We actually. Oh my God! I'll plug it. Table December to Dismember. I'll talk about it at the 10 o'clock hour.
I feel like December to Dismember, like the name is almost something that you could I could envision NXT digging up for a Wednesday night show.
Like, this card is horrible, dude.
Wow, that card is bad. I just pulled it up. That's not good.
Here we go.
Let's hear this card.
The Hardy Boys versus Joey Mercury and Johnny Nitro. This is after Joey Mercury had his face erased from the ladder at Armageddon like 3 weeks earlier. We had in a Strikers Rules match, Matt Striker, the originator of the Balor Club, if you know, you know, against Balls Mahoney. In a tag team match.
Who is also dead.
Yes,
Balls Mahoney
also
dead.
dead.
So the dead counter, put it up. That's one. We've got the FBI of Little Guido Maritato, God bless his shoemaker, and Tony Mamaluke against Elijah Burke and Sylvester Turkai.
It stinks.
Yup. We had
God bless Little Guido's wife.
Yes, Davari with the Great Khali against Tommy Dreamer. We had Kelly, and Mike Knox against Kevin Thorne and Ariel.
Kelly Martinez.
Dude, I dug that Kevin Thorne gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, this would have been like a true old ECW show with Heyman, not WWE affiliate. I think it would have done something, even with all the.
Yep. And then we had
everybody
the.
named. That would have been good.
We had the Extreme Elimination Chamber where every pod had a weapon inside of it that the person got to take out and bring with them. CM Punk's pod had a chair. Test had a crowbar. The Big Show had a barbed wire baseball bat, and Bob Lashley had a whole damn table.
That just sounds awful.
This is also the last pay-per-view. This is the last pay-per-view of the Big Show until No Way Out before WrestleMania 23. He left. He left, lost a bunch of weight, came back, and got beat up by Floyd Mayweather. And Paul Heyman also left the company immediately after this.
Did not lose a bunch of weight.
Didn't actually found it. Found weight. Came back, made a bunch of money. Called himself a rabbi, and yeah, it's pretty great.
Wow, that's
pretty great.
Pretty great.
Now, if that would have been just WWE, I would have given that show like a B+. But
he wears a suit.
That's
like
not
a
even true.
cone.
That would have gotten like an A-. Your lowest grade ever.
It would have gotten the lowest grade ever.
This was the worst of all the matches. I'll give it an A.
Now, didn't Bruce Pritchard come out and say that Paul Heyman wanted CM Punk to tap out the Big Show like immediately in that match, in that chamber match?
The story goes is that Paul Heyman wanted CM Punk to tap everyone out in the Elimination Chamber. Just Anaconda Vicing everyone.
Started with a Big Show in record time.
Crazy.
How many times
Obviously,
did the
didn't
Big
happen.
Show cry in that pay-per-view?
0. Well, Tears of Joy, because he was off of the ECW
leaving.
brand. Yeah.
Was that the last WWE ECW pay-per-view?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aside from One Night Stand, which ended up being a
Right,
co-branded. Yeah.
All right. Any other pay-per-views, honorable mentions, others that you'd throw out there before we hit one more thing, and then we'll take our commercial break.
Now, didn't WWE have a New Year's pay-per-view? Wasn't it New Year's Revolution or something
Yes.
in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
But it wasn't actually on New Year's Eve. It was like earlier or later or something.
It was like the first. It was like the first Sunday.
Yeah, it was.
Of the year. Hey, without New Year's Revolution, we'd have never got Edge cashing into Money in the Bank. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Edge.
that never saw that coming. That was a good one.
I
really didn't.
I was gonna say, are you trying to make a joke?
I was gonna say the way he said it, I'm like,
yeah,
Trying
like,
to
never
make
saw
a
it
joke,
coming.
God damn it.
SummerSlam.
God damn
No,
it.
I remember watching that. I legitimately didn't expect that. The show was over. Cena won. I was like, yeah, okay. And then McMahon comes out and says it's not over, and Edge came in and beat Cena for the title.
That's right.
That legitimately, I didn't see that coming. Just like I didn't see Roman Reigns coming.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Finally, PWE tweeted a few days ago that they'll be releasing the first ever PWI Tag Team 50. They said, as announced in our email newsletter, PWI will be releasing a special tag team themed issue featuring the first ever PWI Tag Team 50. This competitive ranking will feature unique criteria and be entirely gender inclusive. Yes,
How
Tim.
pissed are you going to be when the Young Bucks win?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is this just propaganda for the Bucks to win?
It probably is, especially when they win on Saturdays. Oops, spoiler alert.
What? The Young Bucks never win.
I haven't even watched it yet. Come on.
I know. Let's go around the room. I mean, of course I will be pissed, but if you had to put a tag team at number one right now, who would you go with? We'll start with you, Matt.
Oh, Jesus. The
Young Bucks are kicking you off of his feet.
The
I'm not even
Iconics.
muting. There you go. Brittany.
I'm gonna go super controversial. I think Sea Stars should be out there, and also PWI, if you're listening, sirs, because I know there's no women on that team.
That's
right,
right.
Sirs.
Yeah.
You need to have a list for like managers and valets and such like that, and there needs to be a list for media. Commentators, announcer, whatever. You can just make one whole media list. You don't have to separate it, but there needs to be a list for media and a list for managers and valet, because they also are cogs in the wheel that make the show go and all of that.
Absolutely.
Stuff. I don't care if I'm ever on it. I'm just saying, like, I see some very talented people that need to be recognized.
You know what? How about this, PWI? How about you hire Brittany to compile the list? Let her build a team. She's smart, she's talented, and gosh darn it, she's a go-getter. Let her assemble it. Let her get the Avengers of wrestling personnel that aren't wrestlers, the unsexy group. Meaning, like, we're not the money makers, but like we're the sizzle.
I agree. No,
Brittany runs at least like 36 wrestling promotions in Louisiana, so you have to just take her word for it.
That's like 87% of everything in Louisiana.
Correct.
Intern Mark, do you have a tag team that you would put as number one?
Well, let me say that the Sea Stars have been making waves in tag team wrestling.
Brittany, you don't know what you did.
I'm a big fan of the Sea Stars. I really like them. That's REELING.
Oh my God.
Your pick, Mark.
You know what I mean.
Mark, it's only a 2-hour show, Mark.
I can go on and on about the Sea Stars.
He takes whatchamacallit in the Wonka bar.
I'm so sorry. I messed up, guys.
Mark, focus.
You didn't know.
They certainly made the Sea Stars made a splash in the wrestling world, that's for sure.
Okay, Ryan, who do you got? Tag team number one.
Mark, how would the Sea Stars clean themselves?
Mute both of them. Just mute both of them.
They would probably use time.
They're people, not clothes, you dunce.
They take meteor showers because they're stars.
I'm so sorry, Ashley and Delmy. I'm so sorry.
They don't deserve
They already know. They already are.
Yeah, they already know. The poor girls. They're great.
Are you going or should I go? Are you going to go?
No, you go, because he's just going to keep talking about the Sea Stars and making bad jokes.
Are the Rock and Roll Express still an option, or are they?
Sure. Mark picks Rock and Roll Express for his number one tag team. Ryan, who do you got?
Sea Stars, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rock and Roll makes the list.
They might. Didn't they win?
I don't think.
In the NWA
I don't think this is the number one tag team. I still don't see what everybody loves about this tag team. They are not in my top 5, but I feel like FTR will be their number one on this list.
100%. They absolutely.
I don't see the special. I don't see it. I would probably put the Young Bucks there. I am a Young Bucks fan, but I really think PWI will go FTR.
Jim, if you say the Brothers of Destruction, I'm driving to Lidditz and just cutting your internet.
Matt's so aggressive.
That is very aggressive.
Oh,
I
my.
A few
appreciate
drinks
it.
Got real serious. That got dark quick.
Sure did.
That's angry drunk.
Listen, I had to
Poor
listen to the Shane McMahon theme song. I had to listen to 6 Sea Stars puns. You guys brought this on yourselves.
Whose theme song? No, I'm not doing it. I'm still
Matt, are
not
you
doing
trying to
it.
tell me the
We're
Sea
still-
Stars are not
What could he
fantastic?
Oh,
They are fantastic.
they are fantastic. Tim, you're number one tag team.
Is he done?
I think
Yes.
maybe.
All right. Jesus.
Maybe.
I am going to go with. I think it's going to be the Young Bucks, man. If I'm picking my team, my choice,
If you are
Yes, your
the
choice.
my choice.
singular writer for this segment
Oh,
for this
God.
piece on PWI.
Okay.
who
So
are
do
you
we think
picking?
like PWI if we're answering this?
You don't have to.
Or are you thinking, because
can
I
think-
just looked it up and I would want to adjust my choice then.
What did you look up? Did they?
If I have to
list
think
it?
like a PWI guy, it's Golden Ace from Japan.
No. Just if you were writing this piece, the top 50 tag teams, who are you putting as your number?
Oh, okay. Then I'm going back with the Young Bucks.
Okay, maybe you should think like the
Maybe you should think like
Um,
or maybe you should think like not PWI, but also not like yourself.
I am
Hey,
going to
Ryan.
go
The
with.
Beverly Brothers.
There you go. That's much better.
I'm going to actually go with a team that is crushing the independent scene in the Midwest. Cheech and Colin Delaney, To Infinity and Beyond.
Yeah.
They're a really good tag team. Yeah, I can't say anything negative about them. Except they need to be booked everywhere that there is a tag team division, and do it.
For me, I think I look at, obviously I'm going to bring in my WWE my WWE fandom, and I'm probably going to put yeah, I know, shocking, Matt, terribly shocking. It would obviously be Kane and The Undertaker.
I thought he was going to go Shania.
I almost did, but their run hasn't been quite long enough yet. And Lana hasn't been put through a table for 2 straight months, because we're not talking about this next week. I would probably go Street Profits. I think they are
I do
the
Street Profits,
WWE
yeah.
doesn't do tag teams very well, but like every so often they do get it really right. I mean, Matt, I'm still shocked you didn't go hard in the paint on this question, but
well, one of them's injured.
Well, that's true, but he's a great actor.
That's true. I mean, if you're asking me which WWE persona would win an Academy Award in the coming year, then
it would be Jimmy.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. But no, I think the Street Profits have been absolutely killing it, and both guys I think could be stars on their own, but together it's absolutely incredible. So I would actually go Street Profits for mine.
I think it's wild how far, like, I think this has changed the tag team division, and COVID might have something to do with that. But within the past 2 years, and like the building of NXT, I don't think anybody mentioned the NXT tag team. We didn't go near New Japan other than the golden shout out. The Briscoes, I think, deserve to be in this conversation. Really near the top a couple of years ago.
God.
There it is.
God,
his favorite wrestler.
No.
Loves Cameron.
No. That's those.
Why do you like Cameron so much?
I don't. That is fake news. Did
you go as Brodus Clay for Halloween?
No,
he
God no.
Sure did.
Oh,
No, he went as Albert.
He went as Sweet Tea.
No.
Have you ever seen
how hard
Jimmy
was
Brodus Clay in the same room?
How hard was it to draw that kanji script on your face?
It was very difficult. I'm not very coordinated when it comes to things like that. Okay, let's pause here for our yes. Mark,
Hi, thanks for listening.
Jim, before you go, I got a quick question.
Yes.
Do you know what happened to the Sea Stars when they went to yoga class?
Let's get a break.
Yeah. What happened?
Don't care. They pulled a muscle.
All right. Let's with that. I'm muting everybody else. Let's go to break. When we come back, of course, we're going to preview AEW Full Gear and get to our news and rumors. Stick with us. 3 Count Thursday live.
These messages. We'll be right back.
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop. Welcome back, 3 Count Thursday. We are live here on our Facebook page. Make sure you go to 3countthursday.com, where you can find all of our social media links. If you're subscribed to our show on all podcast platforms, including Spotify and now Amazon Podcasts, make sure you rate and review us if you subscribe on Apple Podcasts. If you're still with us, despite those terrible jokes, we appreciate you sticking with us. You are stronger people than I. But we are glad that you are still with us. This Saturday night, we have a pay-per-view, and that is of the AEW variety Full Gear, of course, taking place at Daly's Place in Jacksonville Saturday night on pay-per-view. And they're BR Live, correct? Yes, they are BR Live. So we got 9 matches. There's one on the buy-in. And I believe that one was just changed because originally I think it was the Cassidy Silver match. It is now the NWA Women's Championship match. And that is where we are going to begin our predictions. Serena Deeb, the NWA World Women's Champion, defending against Allison Kay. Happy birthday again to Allison Kay today. I am going to have Serena Deeb retaining, obviously just recently picking up the title from Thunder Rosa. And I think, if I remember seeing this correctly, Allison Kay is now no longer under contract with NWA. Obviously not saying she can't win the title since she's in the match, but I just tend to lean that Serena Deeb is going to retain here. We'll go to Tim next.
Because the news broke that Allison Kay does not have a contract, I'm picking Allison Kay to win the title. I'm not gonna get got here.
You're not gonna get it, huh? Ryan, you got?
Yeah, I agree with Tim. I too am not gonna get got. I think this is a way to bring her back in and have some news and people talking about Allison Kay going into this match. So pinkies up for Allison Kay.
Intern Mark, and if you say anything about the Sea Stars, I will mute you.
All right, I guess I'll clam up about the Sea Stars.
Oh my god.
Can't stop laughing about it.
When you play with fire, you get burned.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't know. I am so sorry, guys.
It wasn't Brittany. It wasn't Brittany's fault. She didn't know.
We'll give you a free pass this time, but if you do it again,
I'm sorry.
I mean, the only way it
If I
could have
do
been
it again, I'm just gonna throw myself into traffic.
the only way it could have been worse is if we started talking about Jocelyn.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Boy.
It could have gotten worse, Tim. I'm not going to put it out there, but it could have been worse.
It could
She's not associated with the Sea Stars anymore, so I don't know if I should bring her up.
Probably not. Let's stick to the Serena Deeb versus
move on to
Allison Kay for the NWA Women's World
Oh,
Championship.
is that what we're talking about now?
That's what we're talking about.
All right. Yeah, I got to go with Serena retain, and I got to tell you, I'm very happy to see this partnership of sorts with the NWA and AEW. I think there should be more of that with these quote unquote smaller promotions because it generates excitement and brings eyes to both brands. So, but I'm gonna say Serena for my answer. She's gonna retain.
Very good. Brittany, how about you?
So this is close to my work since I work for Mission Pro, which is Thunder Rosa's company. And when she lost the belt to Serena, we didn't know. And so I think Serena's going to hold on to it. I think she's fantastic. She deserves a title run. I'm very happy that AEW is partnering with NWA and they're bringing that, because the NWA, as much as it's had troubles with holding its own in continuing having shows and this and that, it's so historic and so much of wrestling history. I think it needs to still continue on. And if AEW can kind of help it limp along, then that's perfect, because those belts need to continue to be, defended and stuff. So yeah, no, I think Serena's going to hold on to it. And hopefully Thunder Rosa gets another shot at it, either at AEW or somewhere.
Very good. Matt, how about you?
I was going to pick Allison Kay just because she's one of my faves and it's her birthday. And so, you know what? We'll just stick with that, Allison Kay. Plus, I want to just pick against you, Jim. So, those are my picks the rest of the night. Just the opposite.
And let's be honest, you're probably going to be doing
so
pretty
brutal.
good on your prediction.
I mean, I know Jim very well, so I know he has no clue what's going on with any of these matches.
I think that AEW scorecards are usually among my best, because I feel like they I get it. It's like the people that do well in March Madness pools because they just choose for the sake of choosing. They know nothing right.
about it.
This doesn't make sense. This sport is stupid. And...
I like the color green, so green.
Baylor.
I think Jim can work in 22 a lot more, since AEW repeats things and beats things to death, like 22 flippy doos, 22 high risk maneuvers, 22 tags in a match. So he can work that number in a lot, and that usually would benefit.
22 tag matches in one night, none of them being women.
22 near concussions that don't get called as actual concussions.
Yes.
Plus, there's a lot of people on AEW roster are definitely on the wrong side of 30. So
that is true as well. A guy actually declared legally dead for 2.2 minutes while he's being drug around the canvas, and then still has to take a move from one of the EVPs. So. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. It is that is where I'm in line a little bit. All right, let's move on here to Orange Cassidy taking on John Silver. This one to me should be fairly easy. Orange Cassidy gets the win. There's no reason OC should lose this match. Tim.
As much as I love Johnny being hungry, I am here for OC all day, every day. So we're going Orange Cassidy.
Very good. Ryan.
Yep.
Very good. Turn Mark.
I think Freshly Squeezed is going to can John Silver, and he's going to get the victory. Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Very good. Brittany, how about you? Very nice. Very nice. Props and everything. Very good. Matt.
John Silver.
I was wondering if you were going to stick with it. I'm proud of you.
If nothing else, I'm on brand.
There you are. Then we go to the first of of what is a lot of gimmick matches.
What?
I know, shocking, huh? Chris Jericho taking on MJF with Wardlow. If MJF wins, he is allowed to join the Inner Circle. So I have Chris Jericho winning, and MJF is not, and quite frankly, should not join the Inner Circle. Tim.
I don't know, because Jericho, because I don't want MJF anywhere near the Inner Circle.
A little
But
bit of the body.
I'm going MJF. They can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. They're gonna put them together so they can split them up at whatever Revolution or the leap year Mania Port 7. Why did I just say port? Why did I just say port?
Port
7.
Port 7. I need more Tootsie Rolls.
Shut your ass, you fathead.
Ryan.
That was hurtful. Look at Tim.
Well, it wasn't me. It was the bloated corpse of Chris Jericho that said that.
Yeah, well, at least I didn't. Look, Jericho, I also have a weird spot on my forehead that I'm not touching up with paint at all.
You just made the list.
Yeah, suck my ass, 40-year-old Jericho.
MJF wins this, but does not join the Inner Circle.
Right, because it doesn't say that he has to. It just means
right. So MJF will win this. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Because why not make a gimmick that doesn't actually see itself to the end? Intern Mark.
Let's see. I think I'm going to say MJF is. Why are we spelling him or using the initials? Is it because there's kids listening?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go with MJF, and I think he will join the Inner Circle, and you can get a lot of storyline out of that potentially. So.
Yes, Tim.
I'm sorry if that upsets anybody.
I just was looking at some.
Tim, I'm sorry if I upset you.
No, you didn't. I'm just looking at some numbers.
What number?
2020 numbers, maybe.
Like Georgia numbers.
We're talking like less than 3,000 votes between
it's
Biden and Trump in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yay.
And it's like less than 50,000 in Pennsylvania. Back when that gap was like 500,000, and now
it's 48,854 in Pennsylvania, and it is 2497 in Georgia currely.
That's DK Metcalf just hustling.
Oh yeah. Bloatus was the Cardinal, and Biden's it was DK Metcalf.
This is Vince Carter at the dunk contest. Like, pop the jersey.
When's
he
gonna put his arm in the rim? That's my question. Like, he's just gonna.
I said I wanted. I said to like a buddy last night, and I mean, obviously, like the thing I'm comparing it to happened against my Cowboys, but everything is going against my Cowboys this year. But I want Pennsylvania to be the spike on the star, like T.O.'s spike on the star at Texas Stadium at the end of this goddamn thing. Well, that would just be awesome. Where were we at? Brittany, who do you got here?
Real quick, in the beginning, was that the pre-show? You said your wife sent you a picture of a turtle?
Yes.
Do you know what that was in reference to?
Yeah, isn't that what Anderson Cooper said about?
I didn't know he said that. I just caught that now.
Oh yeah.
That's a glorious quote.
Said about Trump at the
hour and a half late. It finally just caught up to me.
My favorite joke about Trump, though, is him dancing, looking like he's jerking off ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
It's a great TikTok video.
Somebody, and Ryan, was it you, sent me a GIF or a video of him that they actually
I'll share it with the group.
Yeah, actually edited in dildos. And it was absolutely hilarious.
Can we just send a whole bunch of gummy dicks to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue after this is all over?
Well,
I like gummy bears. I'd eat those gummy dicks all night if I had to.
the way he's fucking with the mail, will they get there in time? That's the real.
Give me all the gummy bears.
We'll send it UPS. Good call.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Don't send it FedEx. Send it FedEx. You'll never get it.
You'll never get it.
You got
What,
that
is it
right.
my turn?
I had a problem with that. I know we don't want to go down that road. Like Tim to FedEx is marked to the C stars.
It's my turn.
Brittany, Chris Jericho versus MJF in a super gimmicky match.
I think MJF, and I do think that he's then not going to, and then he's going to burst into song about it.
Ah, my girl, love that.
Yeah.
Matt, who do we got?
Much like his friends, the Trumps, Chris Jericho is going to come out strong, come out fast, and then just slowly be chipped away. And at the end of the match, MJF will go Atlanta on Chris Jericho, but he won't join. When
I also saw somebody had put the like they imposed like 28-3 into the state of Georgia, like with Trump's face at the 28 and Biden's with the 3 last night. There's been, if this election's given us anything, the memes and things that have
memes
come out
are fantastic.
have been phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, they
Kudos,
really are.
Kudos to the internet. Devin says, I was glad to be listening to the show by not listening to any political talk, but he got that wrong. Yeah, okay,
but this is all comedy. Like tragedy plus time
stuff.
equals comedy. Like
this is the good stuff. This is the
If you
good
know
stuff.
the wrestling business, it is politics.
That's true. That is 100% true.
That's the truest thing you have heard all fucking night.
Does the words athletic commission mean anything to anyone anywhere?
Yeah, it does. There's my athletic commission promoter's license
I
right
know.
here.
Yep.
All right, let's move on here. Hikaru Shida defending the AEW Women's World Championship against Nyla Rose, who is, of course, with Vicky Guerrero. I have to go with Nyla here. Don't have her lose. Just don't have her lose. Like, I don't know the last time she was on TV, but apparently she's at the top of the rankings list. So, yes, Nyla should win here. Tim.
I had to get my list ready. It's going to be Sheeter.
Oh my god.
Hikaru Sheeter. That's me. She's got a picture of me in the back. But that's me saucing it.
Sauce it.
Yeah. Blue emoji, cowboy hat. Hikaru Sheeter. The only way it could be any better is if in the main event Kota Ibushi would show up and do a run-in on the anxious millennial cowboy Hangman Adam Page. Has anyone told you that Hangman Adam Page is like Barry Windham? He's saucy.
I don't think anybody's told me that.
Yeah, they're the same height and everything, except the only difference between Barry Windham and Hangman Adam Page is that Adam Page's family didn't have a counterfeiting ring. They were printing money. They were bootlegging ones and twos. But Hikaru Shida she's a star. Has anybody seen that Dark Gorder girl? She should be in this match too.
Johnny Ace is a piece of shit.
That's right.
How about Ricky Skaggs? Will Ricky Skaggs be there this week?
Bo Skaggs, you mean? I don't know who Ricky Starks?
I thought it was Ricky Skaggs.
No, Ricky Skaggs is in my 8-track player in my Jeep. Ricky Starks. Yeah, I got an 8-track player. It's actually they don't make 8 tracks anymore. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but I have the 8-track to cassette converter, and I put the cassette in the 8-track and I jam it into the console, sauce it. And did I tell you I'm coming out with another cookbook? It's 107 ways to make a Moscow Mule. We're here. The key ingredient, Blue Chew. Didn't know if you knew that or not. I'm investing in a lot of copper. I'm investing in a lot of copper lately because all the kettles I've been drinking my mules out of. Goddamn Connie, all these podcasts of Connie be giving me all this money. I don't know what to do with it, so I just put it in the mules. It's me and the mules and Sheeter and Kota Ibushi and these goddamn referees. They don't know what they're doing. What's a tag? Is this a tag? I don't understand what's going on. But yeah, Hikaru Sheeter.
Sheeter's gonna win.
Sheeter's gonna win it. Nyla Rose and Vicky, the lovely, vivacious Vicky Guerrero, the vicious Vixens. They're gonna be on the wrong end.
My
of,
goddamn face hurts.
They're gonna be on the wrong end of the Sheeter sword, so to speak. Tony Schiavone is gonna have to hose me down. What's that movie where they dumped the bucket on the girl and she did the thing on the
Flash dance?
They're gonna have to do that to me after this match. Between Sheeter and then Tony wanting to tussle with Nyla Rose,
But you're wearing the dark pants, right, Jim? You're wearing the dark pants.
Yes.
Good.
But the pleat and the pants, I'm gonna have to take these back to the pants store because I have a massive erection.
A little bit of JR's mustard spilled out, huh?
So, main event mustard, baby. That's why it's in the main event. This match may be match 4, but that mustard is that brings the house down.
Come in my face.
That's right. That's right, Myro. Playing your video games. I wish you just Miro. I just wish you'd be serious, you big Bulgarian bastard. Stop playing those video games and hanging out with Kip Sabian and Penelope Pasta Ford. Oh, I need a
Pentecostal Ford.
Yep. Sheeta. It's gonna be Sheeta because I don't believe in Nyla Rose anymore. I think I've hijacked this podcast enough with Jim Ross.
I don't think so, Tim.
Ryan,
I almost drank that.
I almost got him. Ryan, I think we're still picking the AEW Women's World Championship match.
Pick Sheeter.
Between Sheeter.
I keep looking up, watching us jump the fucking shark with this podcast. Over and over and over again. Jesus Christ, if it's not the Sea Stars jokes, it's a goddamn 5-minute JR bit. Fuck.
Awesome.
It was only 5?
That felt way longer.
My Apple Watch is running slow, apparently.
Christ, Nevada finally done counting after that shit.
You're welcome, first of all.
So yeah, Nyla Rose does sit atop of the rankings. She has an 84% win average. I was able to do math while Tim was going off.
Look at you doing basic algebra while I'm here
I'm so proud of
paying
myself.
the bills.
What did you say? Penne Pasta Ford is second. She has she's 68% win. I don't know how that happens. Abaddon, the one with the fucked up looking face paint, she's sitting at 83%. She's in third. And then Big Swole is at 64%. And then at 50%, you have Britt Baker rounding out. So the number 5 person in the ranking sitting at 50%. She is a dentist.
She's a dentist?
For those cavities, dude, from Halloween. From all those goddamn Mr. Good bars.
I wish they would tell me she's a dentist. Because these are things that I'd like to know.
I'm trying not to slip back into JR talking about how she's a goddamn dentist.
Yeah, just go ahead. We got time up
here. The shark's still swimming around.
No. I may have to pull out another. I
want to. Can my complexion go back from being red for a moment?
Like, just when I started talking about Penelope Ford.
Oh no! Don't do it. Intern Mark. Intern Mark. Who do you got here for the AEW Women's World Championship?
Did I say Nyla Rose? Nyla Rose?
Yes, I think you did.
Did I? Oh, okay.
I was still thinking about JR and his blue circle.
Oh man, let me think here. Holy smokes! Britt Baker being a dentist, even if she was out of my network, I'd probably still go to her as a primary dentist.
You'd pay the charge?
Oh, absolutely, I'd pay the charge. Why not? I don't even.
Good to know you like people reaching into your mouth.
Yeah, I'd intentionally get a cavity to go see Britt Baker.
I need another drink.
Get it
We
now.
all do. We all do at this point.
I'm running out at this.
This is.
I'm just gonna drink the rest.
I feel terrible. I feel partially responsible. Let me see.
Partially?
So it's we got. Yeah, I feel the Sea Star, and then of course the Halloween candy. I mean, plus I was already nuts before I got on the podcast today, so here we are. So.
What's your pick, bro?
Mark.
All right, I'll go with Nyla, and you know what? Can anybody think? Was there a time when there was 2 women's heavyweight championships defended on the same show ever? Because you got the NWA and the AEW. I don't know that that's ever happened. Ever.
I mean, certainly not in a AEW show. I know that much.
WWE has done it with their Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, and NXT Women's Champion,
and the women's tag team,
and the tag team and the women's tag.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
Maybe back in it's exciting. It's exciting times. But I'll go with Nyla. She's a friend of the show.
There you go. Perfect. Brittany, who do you got here?
Get him, Nyla.
I have to go with Nyla because she is my friend, and she will find out about this, and then she will message me and be like, "What the hell?" so I'm going with Nyla on this because I think she deserves. I don't think AEW just hasn't utilized their women's division whatsoever, and I think that they have not utilized their women's division. AEW, get it together. And she deserves another run in order to, I think, have a better match set, better group of people to go to wrestle. And so, yeah, Nyla deserves another title shot, another title.
Definitely agree. Matt, how about you?
So, Trump was up by 2,000 votes in Georgia when we started picking this match. He's now down by 150. So Nyla Rose.
But seriously, 1902 is the current number. He's now below 2,000. So this is super fucking fun. Then we go to the Elite Deletion match. And if this isn't cinematic, I'm throwing something through the TV. Matt Hardy.
It is cinematic. You'll complain about it.
What's that?
You'll complain
He's
about it.
complaining either way.
Well, hello, it's an AEW show, Matt. What are you, new here? Matt Hardy. Well, I'll only complain if Matt Hardy gets his brain scrambled again and they still somehow finish the match. But I have Sammy Guevara winning here because that's what should happen. Tim.
Ooh.
God, is this ever going to end? Like Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara?
No,
because they have nothing else for either of them. I
thought you meant in general, as if Matt Hardy's ever going to end, and I was like, no.
She's not.
Also, no.
Also no.
The answer
He was
to both
doing
questions.
As long as his Jimmy legs keep on jimmying, then they're just gonna. Poor guy.
They're very distracting.
I don't know who has worse legs, like, because I used to joke on Rhino for having like thumbs for
Kevin
legs.
Nash.
No, Kev got
Thumbs
his
for
fixed.
legs.
Yeah, Rhino's got thumbs for legs. Just seeing him run down the. Yeah, watch Rhino run. It's thumbs. He's all thumbs. With that said, God damn it, anyone can. King Maxill or Maxill is Maximus.
Maxwell?
Yeah, his oldest son.
Oldest son is gonna win.
King Maxill is gonna win the Elite Deletion.
That sounds right.
Please.
Ryan.
I think the person that has the worst legs in wrestling is that backyard indie guy.
Oh.
Speaking of thumbs, boy, he stuck the landing so good. Oh my God.
Ouch.
No bueno.
How did it happen is my question.
Lots of training, I'm sure, was involved.
Did he have like lawn spikes in his feet that he just landed and then became a part of the mat? It's like the rest of his body was just.
I wanna be a grasshopper.
I sent that to a bunch of friends of mine with the tagline, "Guys, check out this wrestling move." A lot of my friends got really mad at me. I don't know why. It's a great one to send to people who are squeamy.
I think I found out what
I had to watch that video a few times.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense how it happened.
It does, and like his shirt came up in the back, but that usually happens to like oversized indie wrestlers' guts. So I thought his gut was popping out, and the legs are bending the way they should. But it's none of that. It's his back that's coming out. You can see his
it's his back belly that was sticking out.
Oh, it still doesn't make sense. It's like Matrix bullshit.
Are we sure?
Right.
Are we sure it wasn't like a superhuman sketch?
Whoop whoop.
I'll say no, because he didn't throw the whoop whoop in there.
He didn't say fuck this shit coming off the second.
Shit, whoop, whoop.
Although with your legs being able to bend that way, you physically can't turn your back on the wolf pack, so he's all right.
This is science.
Oh my god!
Matt Hardy wins this match.
We are gonna go to hell when we die.
Oh wow!
It's okay. I'm already there. I'll get jackets made for us all.
Oh god!
Not me. I'm a Republican.
So you have the big house on the Lake of Fire. That's nice.
We've already been in hell for the last 4 years. I hopefully think we're making our way out.
Who's next? Where we at?
Where we? Huh?
Well,
we didn't even make it to fucking Mark yet.
You're elite
remember,
deletion.
it's this way. It's not this way.
Sideways.
Sideways. It's always sideways.
I'm just gonna refrain.
Yes, please.
Who's up?
Intern Mark.
Mark.
Oh, I think I'm up. Oh, can you hear me?
The final deletion.
Final deletion.
Deletion, whatever the fuck it's called.
Secretion deletion.
Can I make a quick comment about the AEW women's title? Can we get them a new belt?
Please do.
Please.
Yeah, so
Can we
100%.
get them a new title? Get something that doesn't look like a toy. Get a
like an
real
actual
belt,
toy.
please.
The title looks like it will fit on an action figure.
It looks
The fact that my independent women's championship belt is twice the size is a problem. Like my Elevate Pro women's championship belt is twice.
Can you
the
hit that dinger?
I'll hit this guy.
Belt, Brittany.
Thanks, Taker.
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm a size queen.
Why does somebody needs to let Tony Khan know that Tate has a raffle? You can get a new belt there. It's 75 cents a spot, and you're in.
It might make it to you in like 20 to 25
Put a sticker on it.
25 to life? Is that what you're saying? It's gonna...
Send it through FedEx.
Intern Mark, for Christ's sake.
Send it through FedEx.
We haven't even gotten to
Do you
the
have time for a? Do you have time for a Rhino story?
No.
Okay.
Can we keep it under a minute?
I once sold Rhino an Al Snow doll when I worked for KB Toys. Rhino came in the store and bought an Al Snow doll. That's my story.
No
Isn't that
shit.
exciting? That's when Al Snow dolls were banned from Walmart. That's a true story.
Because of the head.
Rhino was in
Because of the
ECW.
head?
Yeah. Yeah, it was banned from Walmart in like 99-ish, 98 maybe, because of the head. And he came down because there used to be a KB toy store in every mall, and I sold him an Al Snow doll. So that was exciting because KB didn't have them banned. But
Okay,
anyway,
now
that's
your
under
pick.
a minute.
What's your pick?
Sammy Guevara is going to
Sammy
win
Guevara.
that one. Go Sammy.
Awesome. Brittany.
He reminds me of a young Eddie Guerrero.
Matt Hardy, go. Tag
Matt.
in.
Yeah, so 45 minutes ago, I went, ooh, when Jim said Sammy Guevara, because I was shocked that he knew someone that wasn't a former WWE person. But Matt Hardy.
All right. Then we go to, I'm going to jump over the title match. We're going to go to the tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team titles. If the Young Bucks lose, they will never challenge for the AEW World Tag Team titles ever again. FTR defending against the Young Bucks I am going to take the Young Bucks because I'm shocked it took them a year to get the titles. Tim.
I would like everyone to know that I received word from the same people who made those horrible AEW women's title that they're actually making an equally bad TNT tag team title that's going to go to the Young Bucks when they can't get the job done against FTR, and they're just going to be like tag team Cody and never challenge for the AEW title ever again. I got the FTR boys with Titty Blanchard.
Very good. Ryan.
Yeah, there's a reason Tully's banned from ringside, because Tully will come out to the ring, causing the Young Bucks to lose. So FTR will win this match.
Oh yeah, I did have that written down as well. Sorry, there were so many gimmicks on this page that
There's no reason for Tully to be banned unless he comes out and interferes, causing them to lose. That's why they'll be able to challenge for the championships again next week.
Mark.
I'm going to go with FTR.
All right,
That's
Brittany.
all there is to it.
I'm with Ryan's theory on this. Like, that's exactly. There's no other reason for Tully to be banned. They're not just going to not use him, paying him enough to use him. They're going to use him.
And Matt.
I wasn't paying attention. FTR.
Very good. I picked the Young Bucks, so you had to pick FTR. That is correct.
So on brand. Let's go.
All right. Then we go to the singles match for the AEW TNT title. Cody with Arn Anderson defending against Darby Allin. I keep picking Darby Allin over the last couple pay-per-views. I keep getting it wrong, but like a moron, I'm just going to keep walking face first into this glass door. So Darby Allin's going to become your new TNT champion. Tim.
We're going to go with Darby Allin here as well.
All right. Ryan.
Yeah, Wrestling Bam Margera will win here, Darby Allin.
Intern Mark.
I'm going to go with Cody. Do you have that Cody soundbite you play every now and then? It says Cody.
I have a Cody soundbite?
Kobe?
It says Kobe.
Oh, it's Kobe.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, he owns a pair of Kawhi Leonard Jolly Rancher sneakers.
I thought you were playing, when you hit that, I thought it said Cody, like Cody Rhodes.
How much are those up for now on eBay, Mark?
They were, I didn't list mine yet, but they were going for over 200. If anybody's interested in men's size 13. I have them right here.
A little too small for little Guido.
Brittany.
Yeah, they are a little small for little Guido.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Cody.
All right. And Matt.
I'm going to go with Kobe.
Ryan, you mentioned that Darby Allin is wrestling's Bam Margera, but based on his face paint, I think he's half Ryan Dunn.
Oh, no.
And that one hurts.
Oh, no.
Man.
No.
College Ryan would drive his ass down to Maryland and cut your internet for that.
Of all people to make that comment, Tim, I never thought it would come from you.
Look, I'm a little saucy right now. I'm hopped up on Tootsie Rolls and sweet tea.
What an awful thing to say.
It's too much sugar.
You're welcome.
Wow.
I still have all my CKY shit back here. Oh man, you're such an asshole. That's such a bad thing. It's such a bad take. Tim.
I can't believe you said that.
I think it was a good idea, Tim. It was funny.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't funny, but
okay, all right.
I mean, I never understood the love of CKY, but man, that's tough.
I mean, I'm pissed I didn't think of it, to be honest with you. That's what I'm really upset about, to be honest.
More that you said it, Tim. Not that it was said on this show. It was more that you said it.
Look, coming from Tim, of all people.
Usually all of the fruit that I see on the trees get picked by the rest of you guys. If I get around through and there's still fruit, I pull it down.
I'm actually more disappointed in Ryan that he didn't think of that, as opposed to you saying it.
Wait, am I the asshole of the group?
Yeah.
Again,
100%.
as I said to Matt earlier, are you new here?
Who Who besides you would be the asshole of the group?
I mean,
you? I don't fucking know.
I mean, I'm more of a dick than an asshole.
Right.
Okay.
See, you got your dicks, your pussies, and your assholes.
Now in JR voice?
See, you got your dicks that require blue chew. You've got your pussies that love blue chew. And you've got your assholes that pucker when you have too many Moscow mules.
Now in your Booker T voice.
Sausage.
Oh, let me tell you something right here, man. You got 3 different types of people, man. You got your dicks, man, the big old dicks, man. You got your nice shucky, ducky, quack, quack pussies. And then you got the assholes, man. You just gotta beat up and beat up.
Marco.
Is there a Leo Rush right there we can do real quick?
Let me tell you something about this, man. My man Bobby Lashley here. He ain't no dick. He sure ain't no pussy. He ain't no asshole. He is the almighty Bobby Lashley, baby.
Now I got
You
it.
screwed it up. You screwed up the layout, Mark.
I got it. I
Now
fixed.
now you're under Brittany.
Where'd Mark go?
I'm here. My phone went into low battery mode. I had to hit a button to accept it.
What's gonna happen?
Okay.
I'm sorry if that upsets you.
I'm upset.
Now I'm on the bottom.
I'm fixing.
Ah.
Now Brittany's never going to come back. Mark,
Yeah, thanks a lot,
know.
Mark. You put
sorry,
Brittany on the
Brittany.
bottom.
it took us 3 months to get her into the seat, and you did that. You had to let
Nobody,
the phone battery die.
nobody puts Brittany on the bottom.
Okay. Let's go to the most predictable finals in a wrestling championship tournament ever.
Roman Reigns versus Jimmy Uso.
Well played, Dick. Hangman Adam Page versus Kenny Omega. The winner receives a future AEW World Championship match. I feel like all signs are pointing towards the cleaner. And Hangman's going to continue to get screwed here. So I'm going to go with Kenny Omega. Tim.
See, modern day Barry Windham here is going to do a number here on Kenny Omega, the Omega Man, the 7.5 star man in Japan. Too many video game references and too many start and stop runs there for Kenny Omega. What does he do? He flips and he flies and he hits people with strikes. But Hangman Adam Page drinks.
Can you cue up the Oklahoma band for when Tim does his JR?
I should really have that.
Yeah, we need that. We need that.
I need to just put it
It's
on
going to
the
be
goddamn-
Hangman Adam Page by Oklahoma Stampede. Because at some point he's going to remind me of a young Dr. Death. Bill Watson would make a lot of money with Hangman Adam Page. He'd put him with JYD and they'd tear up the town.
The big cowboy, that is not Bill Watson, it's the big cowboy.
That match used to happen in the arena that we wrestle in and elevate.
If you're keeping track at home, Brittany's now listed like 17 of the 36 companies that she runs in Louisiana.
So I found the extended 1 hour version so I can just keep it running in the background and just randomly. So we don't get our copyright block.
Do you know that it's called the Sooner Schooner?
The schooner?
Schooner. Not to be confused with scooter. And we all know what happened. We all know what happened on a scooter. I don't want to talk about it.
Sooner Schooner, it's called.
It's a scooter.
Wait, that's a really dark joke, isn't it?
It is a very dark joke. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go.
Oh my God!
I don't want to go there.
Holy shit, Tim!
What is
We're
going
reaching.
on?
We
It's
are
a
reaching
schooner.
the
It's a schooner.
episode.
Now my whole body hurts.
I'm going with I think it's going to be the old bait and switch technique here. I think it's going to be the hung man, Adam Page.
Okay, Ryan.
Can you remind me again why we're having an eliminator tournament for a future world championship when you have a ranking system and you don't need to have tournaments?
Ryan,
Because
why'd you do
everybody
this?
loves tournaments.
Can I answer?
No,
Sure.
you can't.
Yes,
No.
please.
The ratings don't goddamn matter. That's why.
It's because they said so.
There we go.
That's fair enough.
Because sometimes,
Fair enough.
Sometimes you need a tournament to shake up the standings a little bit.
I don't know if you guys can see with like the layout that Tim has, but when Ryan teed up the let's hate on AEW thing, Jim's desk elevated just like a little bit.
I didn't.
Good to see
didn't
my
need it.
shipment made it to the Studio L. He just got himself in the face with it.
A little bit of,
How's that main event mustard? How's that mustard, Jim?
That shit's barely cleaning belly button. Fuck you.
Salty. Try some pineapple.
It's a low table in Studio L these days, Ryan.
Just like the bar that we clear almost weekly with the bad jokes.
Ryan, I think it's still your pick.
I will say Brian Cage because he is number one contender on the ranking. So Brian Cage will win this match to get his championship.
But he's already the FTR world champion. He won.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
he
an
won the
important belt.
He won the FTR title from FTR.
The guy that rides a horse.
That's right.
The guy on the schooner?
No,
No, the one that rides the horse.
What was the name of the horse? What was the name of Hungman's horse?
Christopher Reeves.
Triple H.
But it was something else.
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves.
Him with that comment.
It was Christopher
Unbelievable.
Reeve. It's a single Reeve.
That's the dead actor.
Yes.
I'm talking about the horse. Like, my God, Tim.
Oh,
It wasn't
Sheesh.
I'm sorry, but that joke
Pretty.
didn't have legs either.
not legs at work.
I am in a dark place mentally.
Tim,
I
just
don't like that
hitting
all of these
dingers.
jokes are just.
I don't know.
Tim
this
just did a
Tim.
heel turn on this podcast.
I
feel
am
like we're
Anthony
just all-
Jeselnik right now. I'm just.
We're all tired and exhausted, and it's just showing through on Tim.
It's been a long.
letting it out.
It's been a long day.
I need another drink. I should have brought the bottle with me into this room.
Yeah, come on. You should know better. This isn't your first time on 3 Count.
No, it is not.
I had to text my wife for a fourth drink because I too ran out, and that's very off-brand for me.
I don't have. Can I text your wife for a drink?
By all means, I'll have a run down to Louisiana.
I have my
Brittany,
emotional
it's your
support
pick
chicken
here?
with me now.
Wait, we skipped Mark.
That's fine. Who's
That was
wrestling?
on purpose.
On my screen, they flipped because Mark battery was dying. So Brittany will go, then I'll get to Mark.
Kenny Omega, honestly. I would, out of all of his things he's done, I like the cleaner the most. And it's one of those things of I would like to see the cleaner come back just for shits and giggles. Just for me to actually watch a Kenny Omega match again. And so yeah, I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega.
I'd love it if you would just stop pointing all the time. Intern Mark.
He's telling the cameras where to go. That's what he's
Finger
doing.
guns.
Points and hops. Points and hops.
Boing, boing, boing.
Mark.
Point and hop. I'll go with the sweeper Kenny Omega.
All right, Matt.
Jesus, who's Kenny Omega even wrestling at this point?
Barry Windham. He's wrestling Barry Windham.
Oh,
that's right.
Wow.
Well, who did you pick again, Jim? So Matt knows who to go with.
I picked Kenny Omega.
Which also surprises me. Not a former WWE person. But to stay on brand, there's always one time where I agree with Jim, and this will be the time. Kenny Omega.
Very good. And then we go to our final match, the I Quit match for the AEW World Championship. John Moxley defending against Eddie Kingston. This is the only pick that I made more that I want to happen versus what I actually think will happen and how I pick the other ones. I'm picking Eddie Kingston because I want it to happen. Deep down in my heart of hearts, I don't think it's going to happen. but I believe that it should, and that's what I want to see. Tim.
I swear to God, if they don't put the title on Eddie Kingston, not Kenny Kingston, what am I saying? If they don't put the title on Eddie Kingston, I will never watch AEW ever again. I will stop. Hard stop. I'm done. Hard stop. You got me close with Orange Cassidy. You had your chance to give me Orange Cassidy as the TNT champion. Instead, you bait and switch me twice. Okay? Now Eddie Kingston. If not Eddie Kingston, then who? Like, seriously.
Right.
Eddie Kingston. He never quit a day in his life. And I don't even care if they flip the title back.
Right, but just give him the title that he deserves.
I will quit. I'll quit the business if he doesn't win. I swear.
And let's be honest, this is one of those opportunities for them to strike while the iron's hot. Like the thing that everybody says that, and WWE doesn't do it. This isn't a shit on this isn't a shit on AEW. WWE fails to do this so many times.
Really?
Like the reason that Miro's playing silly video games in AEW is because the WWE failed to do this multiple times with Rusev in the WWE. Like this is a chance. This is teed up for you. Give this man the title. Switch it back on Wednesday. Who gives a fuck? But give him the title.
You would give a fuck. Of all people, you would.
Well, of course. I have to stay on brand. Ryan.
To answer Tim's question as who, if not Eddie Kingston, Brian Cage's number 1 contender. You have MJF number 2. You have Lance Archer number 3. Darby Allin and Sean Spears are your top 5 rankings. So those are 5 people that are good enough to be still in the rankings as of yesterday.
When was the last time?
On me, I didn't make the goddamn rankings. They did. Those are the 5 people you should be looking at. Eddie Kingston absolutely deserves this. His whole body of work should be rewarded for what he's done in professional wrestling, independent and otherwise. So absolutely Eddie Kingston does it. I don't know if AEW has the balls to do it, though.
When was the last time that Mr. Renee Paquette won a match on Dynamite?
I don't fucking know.
Couldn't tell you.
No, he's 20-0. He's undefeated this year.
Yeah, because he wins all of his matches on Dark, and he's beating up guys like Bishop King and
I'm telling you
Will
what
Hobbs before he had a contract.
Why are you getting angry at me?
I'm not getting angry at you. I'm mad at the booking committee, the AEW Championship Committee.
Here's the deal. If I'm the asshole and Tim is the dick, then AEW is the pussy if they don't put it on Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, bring it back, baby.
There you go.
Tim's not the dick. I'm the dick.
Yeah.
I said Matt. Did I say Tim?
Yep.
Tim's the wild card.
I'm the wild. That's right. Everybody needs a wild card.
Wild card.
You were the voice guy.
Wild card, bitches. Yes.
Once every 3.5 years, Tim's going to go to the darkest place he's ever been in and just start throwing around Jim Ross widow stories.
Jim Ross, overrated. Michael Cole, or Jim Ross, outdated. Michael Cole, overrated. Long have we waited. Wild card activated.
The fuck was that?
Me, bitch.
Just end this show right now.
You could
Hey,
you could
Mark.
have threw Brittany Nikole in there.
Hey,
Cole
Mark.
Nicole rhymes.
Hey, Mark. How many more C-Star jokes you got?
Oh, no. We don't have the time.
Let me think.
Wild card.
We don't have the time. Brittany, AEW World Championship. I quit. Who you got?
Does it matter? Eddie Kingston is actually who I really want to get it. Will they do it? I don't know. God, I hope so. It'd be nice. It'd be nice if something nice would happen like that.
It would. Intern Mark. The prediction for this match and only the prediction for this match.
I was going to ask you if you know why.
No, we don't know, and we'll never know.
I would like to know.
You would.
I will
Ryan
murder
would like
you.
to know it's because he's a little shellfish.
I'm not even hitting the goddamn soundbite. I'm not doing it.
I didn't even
Cody.
I didn't even hear the setup for the punchline.
It doesn't
You
matter.
don't need to.
Matt, just pretend to laugh.
I mean, to be on brand, I wouldn't laugh at all because I'm the
Maybe
dick.
my format will die.
Mark, who do you got?
Oh, man, come on now. That's all.
Moxley.
We're talking about Eddie Kingston and John Moxley.
Holy mackerel. Come on,
Well,
Mark.
you know what? I'm going to have to go with Kingston because I'll tell you what, that man, he's done a great job as a heel. And he makes me want to dislike him. And I like him a lot for that because I dislike him.
Awesome. Matt.
I think. So Kingston.
You know what, Tim? You brought this on yourself. You know who's going to win this? Shane McMahon.
Don't hit the
No,
button.
I can't. I'm not going to do it because I'm watching and it's
Do
still
it.
253 and I'm not doing this.
Do it.
Hit the damn button. Hit it.
I refuse to
If
be
you
there.
don't
I'm
hit
the
that
asshole,
button,
and Tim's the dick, or Tim's the wild card, and Matt's the dick, and you don't push that button that clearly makes you the pussy, Jim. Hit the button.
if you don't hit that
Hit
button,
it.
Trump wins.
He hit the button. Congratulations, America.
That happens.
Shane
Blood's on Jim's hands now.
It's all Jim's fault.
Yes.
Good job, Jim.
You're bleeding more than a Cody Rhodes match.
I'm just going to take that as your actual prediction, Matt. Honestly.
No, it is. That's fair. Eddie Kingston.
All right. So that's AEW Full Gear. I have 3 items in the news and rumors, and actually this is a more serious one here. Earlier this week, Kylie Ray, who was scheduled to compete for the Impact Wrestling Knockouts title at Bound for Glory, did not appear at the event. Made an announcement on her Patreon page. She said, "Good morning. I'm truly sorry for the pain I've caused and miscommunication. I'm currently unwell. I'm also sorry that I wasn't able to get this out before your monthly subscription charge. I wanted to take this time to say I'm no longer a professional wrestler and I'm currently taking a break from social media. It's been a very hard decision to make, but please understand. When I am well, I will try to fulfill any obligations that have been missed. During this time, most tiers will not be able to be fulfilled. Please feel free to unsubscribe from this membership Patreon account. Thank you for understanding." This is unfortunate news. She's obviously been dealing with some things over the past year or so. Obviously, this year has been detrimental on mental health and things for a lot of people, myself included. So whatever it is she is going through, we wish her the best. I mean, an incredible talent in the ring. I mean, we've seen her at shows we've called and been at. But the number one priority, and this goes for her, this goes for everybody, especially right now, is making sure you are well personally. So, it's horrible news, but we certainly wish her the best. And then 2 other things, and we can go back to being funny and silly again. But this week from WWE PR, they said WWE Thunderdome received top honors for virtual fan experience at this year's Sportel Awards, which is an international competition recognizing as excellence in sports video presentation. And also with the Thunderdome, there's been a lot of talk about the location and that it may be moving from Orlando and where it might be moving. This was from the WrestleVotes Twitter account. Sources say that WWE is set to leave the Amway Center by the 1st of December. They are looking at arenas in North Carolina, Texas, and Illinois, potentially for a new location. WWE needs to find a spot where no team plays and are able to house the weight and power requirements of the setup. A newer arena is preferred as the weight of the Thunderdome won't work with older buildings. A major travel hub is needed as well, as talent will be flying in and out each week. Regardless of the next location of Thunderdome, it is expected to last into February at the earliest. However, WWE is working on something different for the Royal Rumble. They do want fans at that event, even if it is just for one show.
So fans of 3 Count Thursday, look forward to Jim saying the award-winning Thunderdome for the next 52 weeks.
I mean, it would be extremely accurate, would it not? So with the news that I don't think it's a huge surprise that the Thunderdome or will be sticking around finding a new location, but this is a interesting and fun little caveat to it that they are looking for locations to have the Royal Rumble. I don't expect it to be in was it supposed to be in Seattle this January, I believe. I don't think that'll be the case. I would expect somewhere probably in the South. I think you're going to be looking for something outdoors.
I can tell you it's not going to be in Louisiana because our commission still won't let us do shows.
Yeah, that is true.
And if anyone would know, it would be Brittany.
It would be Brittany. It would absolutely be Brittany. She would know these things.
She runs Louisiana.
She absolutely does. She's actually the governor. She's the governor of Louisiana. You didn't know that, which actually that doesn't work out because I feel like if you were the governor, you'd be able to make things happen.
I would chop the head of the commission off. Is what I would do.
Put it on a stake.
But I am excited about the news that they're trying to find some location with fans for the Rumble, because I said that having a Rumble without live fans would just be would just suck.
Florida. My dream of seeing the Royal Rumble happen in front of Cinderella's castle is still on the table, folks.
You're not wrong.
If not, it'll be on a cruise ship off the coast of Louisiana. Because
oh my God, imagine if they put
as governor of Louisiana won't let it happen in the state, but she will let it happen off the coast.
If they just threw people instead of over the top rope, just it's throwing people off of the into the ocean.
They can do it into Lake Pontchartrain, like Lake Pontchartrain. Just
and unless anybody has any thoughts on that, that's all I got. If anybody has anything else to add, feel free.
Great, moving right along.
I got nothing, man.
I literally still have it going. All right, then that means we're going to close this thing up. We will start with our guest, who is only with us every now and again. Brittany, plug anything you want to plug and let people know where to follow you and all that.
I want to plug tomorrow night in Texas, in Bayuda, Texas. I always want to call it Buddha because it's spelled like Buddha, but it's Bayuda. Texas is going to be the Mission Pro show out of hell, and there is going to be a tournament for the very first ever Mission Pro Women's Champion or Mission Pro Championship. And I'm on commentary with Holodead. And if you want to see it, it's going to be streaming live on Title Match Network. And then on Saturday, I will be in San Antonio for SWE Fury and also streaming live on Title Match Network. I will be doing commentary for the women's matches and doing some interviews and stuff backstage that you'll see on Title Match. And you can find me anywhere at Look It's Brittany. Brittany spelled like that, not like the generic Brittany. So Brittany spelled like that. Look It's Brittany on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and also website www.lookitsbrittany.com.
All right, very good. Intern Mark.
Hey, I got a couple things. First of all, I want to apologize if my Sea Star jokes and jokes about the ocean made anybody salty tonight. So I want to throw that out there.
Flip this table.
Brittany, you started this like an hour and a half ago.
I didn't mean to. I know. It's all my fault.
It was such a can of worms. Let me see what else here. Oh, Pro Wrestling Empire.
Yes.
Let's talk about Pro Wrestling Empire, the PWE. I think it's episode 4 now. Are we up to 4 already?
Yep.
It's out on YouTube, PWE Pro Wrestling Empire. That we're on our way to crown a PWE World Heavyweight Champion coming up here soon. So that's exciting. And in closing, it's a little early, but I want to wish our very own Ryan Miller a very happy birthday.
Yes, that's tomorrow. That is tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow years old.
Happy birthday, Ryan. Ryan, we'll go to you. Do you have anything to plug?
What do you want for your
No.
birthday?
I want
Bottle
to be able
caps.
to run shows in Louisiana.
Aw, you're so
We'll call it.
selfless.
That's me. That is me.
That
Thinking
and
back on what
bottle
Mark
caps.
said. And I'd love bottle caps. Yeah. Piggybacking on what Mark said, the semifinal matchups in the Pro Wrestling Empire Heavyweight World Championship Tournament is wrapping up. You can check that out on YouTube. You can see that on our Facebook and Twitter feed as well. Always 3 Count Thursday. Where you're watching this video, click the link. You can watch some boys you might know on that feed there as well. A lot going on for me this week. I really am thankful for the distraction that tonight's episode, and I needed to laugh, so this was great. I really, really needed this. And I just wanted to recognize the United States. I know we're kind of in unprecedented times, waiting for a historic vote count, that we're all part of history here. So let's just count what needs counted, and everybody can wait and see. We don't need to know yesterday or tonight or tomorrow necessarily, but I'd rather find out and it be right and complete than not true and false. So let's get our ducks in a row, and the whole world is watching. Let's not do something stupid.
Yeah, I agree. Not do something stupid again 4 years later. Matt, anything to plug?
Yeah, actually, I do. In 1 month's time, December 5th, you can go to Stan Sizzling Styles Intergender Bonanza. I feel like someone in this panel will be there, like, professionally, and a few other members of this panel will also be there in some capacity, not naming names, but
I'll say it. How aren't we doing commentary for this show? I'll say it.
I'm not even doing.
What's going on? What's up?
I'm not even doing commentary for this show. I'm announcing.
Okay, so spoiler alert, it's going to be Brittany. And
Sorry.
Tim and I will also be there, and maybe Mark if he gets the day off of work.
I'm
we're
just
still
going to
holding
call
out
because I
hope.
want to go to the show.
Yeah, so 3 Count Thursday, we'll be there, and I'll just say 3 Count Thursday because Brittany's a part of 3 Count Thursday. So what's up, Stan? You get all of us. Package Dale.
There you go.
What up?
I'll stay safe in my quarantine hut.
You'll be there in spirit. If you didn't vote, then shame on you. If you did vote, I don't care who you voted for. I mean, I do, but I don't. Just as long as you voted, I think we've made it kind of clear throughout the show who we're leaning towards, but at the same time, like, let's get back to America being not a joke and being something we can be proud of. Beyond that, no woman of the week this week because I figured I would just be encapsulated by election stuff, which I have been, but that will return next week. But if you're in the New Jersey area in 1 month from today, which is December 5th, you can meet some of your favorite 3 Count Thursday members, and we'll sign autographs. Brittany will take pictures with all of you. Promise, no matter what you have on. She is even bringing like wardrobe changes, so like you can take multiple pictures with Brittany. Tim as well. So I'm just throwing that out there.
You guys
Me and
did
Tim are
not know
actually
this
coordinating.
about
No,
you
we
did not
didn't
know that about yourself.
No, but me and
they
Tim are going to
both knew.
coordinate outfits.
Deep down, they both knew that was happening.
All right, Tim.
So my outfits, I don't want Brittany to actually coordinate with me because my outfits are going to be shirt on and shirt off. So it's.
I mean, I can do that too.
I mean, I didn't want to put you out there unless you absolutely wanted to. It's all professional. It's very classy. It's what we like to call tasteful nudes.
I've got pasties. We're good.
Oh, well, my nipples are going to be out, girl. All these.
Well, yeah, that's because we would go to
Free
jail.
the titties.
That's true. Yeah. At Not the Tool Man across all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. If you care, I stream sometimes. I'll probably streaming a lot more coming in November because Daddy's getting a PS5, so I'm excited. What are you looking?
It is November.
I was gonna say. That's what I was saying. I was like, it's November.
Right, but I'm saying the PlayStation 5 hasn't come out yet. It comes
So
out
later
next
I
week.
was just coming in November. I don't know what everyone else was doing.
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to because it's No Nut November.
Fuck
but
that. No. In 2020, fuck that noise, dude. You're not taking that. 2020.
Can I get my time back?
Everything else.
Can Trump not
reclaiming my time?
I'm reclaiming my time.
Look, I'm not having
I have 2
another
minutes.
child until 2021, so it's no not November for Matt.
It's
But
taking
Tim-
everything else from me. It ain't taking that.
Okay, now the Tool Man across all platforms. If you like wrestling talk and a little more retro, Final Wrestling Place at Final Place Pod on Twitter. Check out the podcast. It's pretty dope. We are doing not 1 but 2 episodes this week. Episode 1's already dropped for this week. We are doing a watch along of the ECW on Sci-Fi episode immediately after December to Dismember, where a #1 contender is crowned for Bobby Lashley's new ECW championship. If you watch it on the formerly award-winning WWE Network, you might see a thinner, shorter-haired, less or more good-looking version of me, depending on if you like robbing the cradle. I'm in full effect in some shots. Maybe not cheering for CM Punk. And the next episode that drops on Sunday, we're doing the other half of that exact taping, the SmackDown episode, shortly after Armageddon, the pay-per-view. So thank you so much. Let's just all be a little more human to one another. Like we've lost our humanity for quite some time, and let's try to remember how to take a joke. Let's try to remember how to be friendly regardless of what's going on. Remember that you don't necessarily have to see eye to eye to understand that you can stand arm to arm with somebody and not be super contentious.
Fuck you, Tim.
He can say that because his birthday's tomorrow.
Fuck you, buddy.
You can just make sure you go to 3countthursday.com. You can find all of our social media links. Subscribe to our show, both the full show and the hot tag that is the broken up clips from each week's show. You can check out our home network, NGSC Sports, at ngscsports.com. You'll hear from the sponsor of the show here in a minute. But I just want to reiterate kind of what Tim said, kind of what Matt said. I feel like we're on the cusp of something good here. I hope I didn't scare it off with the Shane McMahon clip, but seriously.
No, you did, but Ryan did with the fucking bottle caps. Fuck you, Ryan.
But seriously, over here, over my left shoulder, every vote should count. Make sure we get it right. That's the bottom line. But if you also, it hasn't been on the news much because the news has been the election. We're still in a fucking pandemic. Before we went on the air today, I saw there was at least 114,000 new cases today, 1,400 deaths, I believe I saw. It's getting worse. So please, for the love of God, wear a mask, social distance. If you don't have to go we can live our life, but if you don't have to go places, don't. Please, there's people whose jobs are going to be affected by this longer than others. Please, for the love of God, be good, be smart. Until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin. Recount Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?